पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Hari Om. A few questions. Pranam Swamiji, what does Advaita's Vedanta say about God and consciousness? What are the similarities and differences? The vision of Advaita Vedanta is that all that is here is God, and that nature of that God is consciousness. So, in the vision of Advaita Vedanta, God is not an entity sitting in the heaven. God is not somebody away from us. God is consciousness. Prajnanam Brahma. We have the Upanishadic statement which gives us insight about God and consciousness. Pure consciousness is but God. That is the vision of Advaita Vedanta. There are no differences and similarities. Why? Because as I said, consciousness is but God. So that's the vision that one is trying to understand, one is trying to see through the Shastras, through one's own inner exploration. As long as you're deeply seated in individuality, as long as you only consider yourself as this body-mind-sense complex, then higher ideas of life, truth of life can never be appreciated. Because whatever may be going on, finally you only say, what about this body, mind, sense? What about me? What about me? You look at the world only from a very small, individualized view. So it needs to expand. You have to come out of body orientation, body-mind identification. Then alone you can appreciate anything else. Otherwise, it will be very sort of a small, individualistic consumer sort of a behavior in and through all your transactions in life. Anything you see, you cannot appreciate it for what it is. You will say, So what? What's there for me? What's there for me? So that becomes a highly consumer individualistic viewpoint. You transcend the body identification. Then you have the communion with God, you have a communion with the truth. If Grihastha is good for maturity, why do very dedicated Vedantins take sannyasa? How valuable can Grihastha really be if it is given up for something else? How should young people think about it? See, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, this way of life, was never one size fits all. A set of people majority of the people have a mind to marry, to run a household, to grow in that system. Nothing wrong. So the rishis conceived of this institution. It's universal. It's not just something that was there in Hindu Sanatana Dharma. The same institution of marriage is there in Christian society, it's there in Islam, it's there in Judaism, it's there in a tribal place, it's there in a forest dweller, it's universal, it's there. And there are set of people who are not interested in leading a grihastha life, a householder's life. Their temperament suits to be to take to a life of sannyasa, renunciation, pursuing this knowledge. So one is not lower, one is not higher. It's just where you fit in. You choose that. Marriage, you fit in a marriage, go for that. You fit into a life of renunciation, to be a monk, to live in an ashram. So you go for that lifestyle. In fact, Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya nagha. There are these two lifestyles available in our society. What is that? One is life of householder, grihastha, and a life of a renunciate. You choose whatever works for you. There's no force, there is no requirement that this alone should be there. But then one has to be unattached internally. One has to be attached internally. Being a monk is not changing the color of the clothes. Anybody can do, isn't it so? So it's not that. How you are internally. One could wear all these colors and be highly attached internally. That's not a monastic living. That's not a life of renunciation. So one could be free being a grihastha. One could be an internal sannyasi. So finally everybody has to be a sannyasi. How? Internally. Not formal sannyasa. Internally. Be free internally. Be unattached. So that's sannyasa. Yeah. So this is how the structure is. What exactly is dharma? Is it important to know our dharma? Why? Why is it important? Dharma is a very, very vast conception, a concept. Dharma, in essence, in simple terms, dharma is what is to be done in a given situation. That is dharma. To do a right thing at a right place and right time is dharma. So, is it important to know our dharma? Yes, very important to know our dharma. Many things are commonsensical. Dharma is also in a way commonsensical. You know what is to be done. Intrinsically somehow you know what is to be done in a given situation. But sometimes life becomes complex and you may have a doubt about what is to be done, what is not to be done. There is a conflict with reference to taking a decision. performing something. So you can always consult somebody higher in wisdom, somebody higher in knowledge, somebody in deeper and higher life experience. You can consult them. So Guru, you can always consult a wise person and take some insights about Dharma whenever you have a certain confusion. And it's very important to know one's duties, one's responsibilities, one's place in the whole scheme of things. You're walking on a sidewalk and somebody has littered something. What is your dharma at that point of time? To pick it up and put it in the bin. From simplest act of that to raising kids. If you have brought somebody into this world, it's your responsibility to take care of them. So all of it, each and every stage of life, there are certain dharmas, one pays attention to it and moves forward. Yeah. In the past, it was easy to know our path. If family was carpenter, you would be carpenter, etc. Today, there is endless possibility. You can apply yourself to become anything, especially due to technology and access to information. How do we discover our dharma in the present day? How do we choose our path? Yeah, ancient society was structured in a particular way. One may look at it as simple, but for a modern mind, it may seem very claustrophobic, very structured, very one has already decided what your path is going to be. So that may not work today. That's not how we may want to look at society. So still, in the present day, with all possibilities, all the things around, you find a place in this vast world. You find a place. Dharma is not just profession. It could be any profession, but doing that profession ethically becomes your dharma. Maintain a set of values, grounding values of compassion, ahimsa, truthfulness, all of it. And to do any profession ethically becomes your dharma. That's how dharma is to be pursued. Dharma effort is involved. A conscious effort is involved in taking right steps. So world has always been changing. So we cannot be stuck in time. Life moves forward. That's how life is. Dynamism is, but life, it's always been changing. The change is the only constant, but we move along with it with certain universal values. That is dharma. The universal values upon which we have to conduct our life, that is dharma. There is no commandments here, but universal values. Everybody knows ahimsa intrinsically. I do not want to be hurt. And thus you do not want to hurt others. So that is the principle on which we live life. And of course, 100% ahimsa, not hurting anyone, anything, is not a possibility, but we choose a life of least disturbance. Why do I say this? You may be walking unconsciously, you might have stepped on an insect. You don't want to kill it. You are a good person, you never want to kill anything, but yet unconsciously you might have done something. So be conscious about your choices. Be conscious about every step. Be conscious about every fork and spoon which goes into the mouth. So conscious living, dharma in simpler terms, very mindful, conscious, ethical living, that becomes your dharma. And our rishis have always given guidelines. There are many texts like the texts like Mahabharata, Ramayana, bring a lot of insights into values, dharma, what one got to do. One always can take support of the texts, the tradition, the guru, the wise people all around in order to make most efficient, good and right choices based on ethics. That is dharma. Okay, same question is there on the napkin. Very nice. This question on the napkin is nice. Namaste Swamiji, Namaste. Have you met any Siddhas, any Himalayan master? If yes, please tell us. So Siddhas means accomplished people, yogis, who seem to have certain powers. That's what is the usual conception of Siddhas. And those Siddhas seem to be living around Himalayas. Have I met anybody? So before that, somebody was joking once when I was living in Rishikesh. They said, how do you identify a yogi, a siddha in Himalayas? How do you do that? So then the person has come near the Himalayas during summertime, and he says he wants to meet a siddha around the Himalayas. So local somebody said, this is not the right time to go to Himalayas. You come in winter. Those who are staying in the Himalayas on the winter are the Siddhas. Because the rest have come back to the plains during the winters. So Siddha simply means one who has a mastery over one's senses. That is a Siddha. So those kind of people, amazing people we come across in Himalayas. In my time there, I have also come across a few accomplished yogis here and there. No, I cannot recollect specific name. Look, then you will ask me address. No, I don't have all that. So there are accomplished people all around us. In fact, not only in Himalayas. Those Siddhas can be found in Pennsylvania too, or in New Jersey, anywhere. So location is not a criteria to find a Siddha. You got to have a ability to spot one. So Pujya Swamiji used to say, only a jnani can spot another jnani. Only a wise person can recognize another wise person. Isn't it so? Only a scientist can see the great intellectual ability in another person. Ordinary person will even clap for a musical or anything. So only a greatly accomplished person can spot another intellectual, another person. So that's how it goes. And do not be fascinated by all these powers that people have. People claim, I can manifest anything that you want. What is there when Amazon is there? Why do you want manifestation? You open the app and click on something, it will come in 2 days. Wait. Then Siddhi means you can communicate from anywhere to anywhere. That used to be considered as a Siddhi. Now everybody has a mobile phone. Swami has a cell phone. You can call anybody in any part of the world. So what's the big deal? Why are you behind that kind of a Siddhi? Ability to be from one corner of the world to another corner. Take a flight. You can go into another place. And wait for some more time. We finished the industrial revolution. We finished the social revolution. Now we are in the AI revolution. What all it will bring, all the siddhis are in the books, it will come forth. Just wait for it. So don't be so fascinated about some siddhis. So nothing more to it. So nothing great in it. Yeah. How to move out of confusing moments and situations. Sometimes one doesn't have the presence of mind still. So what to focus on? Well, I'm sorry, I'm unable to read it. How to focus and bring objectivity. Getting sucked into a situation as a subject is so fast and comes unaware. Yeah. So basically, how to come out of confusing moments when one doesn't seem to have a say over how one has got involved. Yeah. Conscious and mindful living. Conscious and mindful living. Take a step back. Slow down. Slow down. Thinking slow or something, one book was popular. So, in fact, it's all Vedic living. Thinking slow. Meaning conscious thinking, conscious way. If your whole approach to life is highly mechanical, then of course you will always keep landing into whirlpools of confusion. So you don't want that. Take a step back. How to do that? Maybe I'm not able to do it in my workplace. It's very fast paced. Fine. Slow down in your regular life. Start there. Don't have to be rushing for a coffee. Don't have to be rushing to go to the next moment in your household activities. Slow down there. Be conscious. Then you'll find ability, even at workplace, in relationships, in other avenues. So be conscious about it and maintain a reflective practice at the end of the day. So what has gone? What was mechanical? Did I rush into something? Why am I repeating this pattern? So when you take few minutes to journal or have a reflective practice to look at your own day, each day, you'll develop an ability to see through, to see and identify where you are erring and what is the pattern and what is causing it. So when you handle it, you'll be able to handle these situations better. As I cultivate spiritual habits, I notice that old negative thoughts reduce, but still bubble up from time to time. When my mind is compromised, either I am tired or stressed, these thoughts come back, making it clear to me that I only temporarily have sublimated them. How do I proceed from here? How do I know whether I'm just suppressing these thoughts or replacing them with divine thoughts, or whether the divine thoughts are actually removing the uncultured thoughts? Very good observation about oneself. Yes, so this is what we discussed today. Temporary dissolution of the mind versus permanent handling of it. You do need these practices which can temporarily bring you to a state of clarity, a state of meditativeness. It could be a meditation, it could be singing, it could be, we discussed yoga, all of it. But you see, the beauty is you yourself have told it that in many situations the effect of those negative thoughts are not there. But then in a moment of stress, sometimes it comes up. That means what? Those impressions are still there. Those grooves in the mind are still there. Be patient with yourself. Be in the same sadhana. Be in the yoga. Be in the inquiry. So those grooves and impressions will loosen up, will totally fade away in time, and thus a clear, clean, pure, simple mind and heart is available at your disposal. Do not be disheartened. In fact, you may congratulate yourself because you are able to notice it even at the time when thoughts are coming out, patterns are coming out, you are able to recognize it. So many people cannot even do that. There's not at all self-awareness. No self-awareness at all. So many people want to talk about reading themselves. They don't even know how to read a room. So don't be harsh on yourself. Proceed with love. Proceed with compassion towards yourself. It takes time. See, 30 years, 40 years, patterns are formed. Won't it take few more years to dilute it and make it fade? So be patient with yourself. You are on the path. Congratulate yourself. At any given moment, there are so many things one can do. I get overwhelmed and feel overworked all the time with so much to do. How to get out of this cycle? Thank you. You choose what you want. There are always 100 things one can do. In fact, Puja Swamiji used to have heard in the previous lectures, and he used to say that when you are driving to Gurukulam, this kind of a popular spot around, I guess, because there is a very famous flea market which comes here. So there's a lot of things in this area to do. You could do flea market. There's a nice pizza place nearby. So you could go there. You could do many things. But then you choose where you want to be. There's always 100 things available. You choose what you want. So no need to get overwhelmed. That is one thing. The other thing, I think probably questioner is coming from this place. In a householder's life, there are 100 things one got to do. There's so many things to be done. You have to move the snow, do the dishes, cook food, pack, clean, drive, go to work, come back, repeat. All of it. Yes. Organize it. Try to organize it. And it's okay. If few things are not done perfectly, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we become too compulsive about our routine. Everything has to be this way. Only then life is fine. Life is perfect. It's okay. The drawing room is messy. It's okay. It has to be clean. But it's messy. It's okay. Kitchen needs to be clean. But it's messy for some reason. It's okay. Work on it. Be gentle. So I think I was sharing this once. I was invited to somebody who's doing research. I went to their home. She had invited for Bhiksha. She was a scholar working on various books she has published and all of it. Her whole home was filled with books. So somebody else also was with me. The moment we entered their home, I think the other person showed the surprise in their on his face. Because everything is all around. There are books, there are papers and books all around. So she noticed and she said, don't worry, I know that Architectural Digest is not going to cover my living room. I'm a researcher, it's fine. So it's okay. Few things are not done, it's okay. Life still goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on and on and on and on and on. Some song is there. Yeah. So you won't get overworked that day. Perfectionism sometimes gets you overworked. Don't have to be a perfectionist. Be easy. It's okay. Go further. Yeah. Vedanta teachings give a wonderful self-perspective which can help anyone. My question is regarding the problem of substance use, mental health related and negative consequences in societies and families and individuals that they're experiencing in the US and elsewhere in the world. Could you please explain how does Vedanta explain this issue of addiction? Because now, according to medical science, it's a disease and should be treated as such. How these teachings can be applied in these situations? Thank you. Many elements in this question. The problem with substance use, I think I briefly discussed. Because there are experiences that you are undergoing on a day-to-day basis is not enough for this person anymore. You need more thrill. You need more thrill. Just a car ride is not enough. You need some adventurous rides on the Disney. Because this thrill is not enough. So just the regular spice is not enough. Then they make some ultra spicy food and market it, because and a lot of people go there. Even in India, I saw something here also. Because you want more sensation. What is ordinarily available is not enough for this person anymore. So what is there? You know, in India, people prepare one certain payasam, porridge, sweet dish, which has coconut, jaggery, elaichi, cardamom, and a lot of ghee and other ingredients. So you drink that and you have a very calming effect because it's so tasty. And then people have a good nap after it. So that was height of sensation one would put on oneself. But that's not enough. then you go for substances. Because you have become numb, as I said, you have become numb to day-to-day experience. The sunrise is not enough for you. What was the menu today? Rice and lentil and all that is just not enough for you. You need some more unique experiences. The waking state, the dream state, the deep sleep state is not enough. You need to go to another state. You want what they call higher states. In fact, I say lower states. So you want all that. So that's why mind goes into substances. Another reason why youngsters are so much into it, unfortunately, they're highly agitated. The support system around is broken. There's no interest in old structures, but the new has not yet replaced the old, unfortunately. So they are in a sort of structureless life, and because of that, there is so much anxiety, so much pressure, all of it. So much anxiety. I used to feel so bad when whenever I interact with young people. What is there to be so anxious when you're 15, 16, nothing. Life is only going to get difficult as you age. So, but then we have so much issues in these young minds, all because there's not good support system around. Family structures have broken. And I also observe even friendships are not so deep at all. Friendships are not so deep. Relationships are not deep. All of it is causing a lot of insecurity, anxiety within, because of which younger population is tending to go towards substances, and it's proven that they are addictive. Once you go for it, it's proven they are addictive. So you get into the loop, very difficult to come out. Lives have been compromised, careers have been compromised, relationships have got compromised, because of which we don't want in society. What is the solution? Strengthen the support system. Strengthen the community around you. Consciously develop a good support system around you, and try, and what can we do? Try to create a good support system for one and all around us. Thus, we can prevent them from going into these addictions. And Vedanta's point, what is the Vedanta solution? Vedanta's solution is to know that you do not need a second thing for your happiness. Discover peace and happiness within. So you're not dependent on not only marijuana, you're not dependent on anything also. It's just not dependent on it. Independent life. Freedom. That's freedom. Freedom is what? No dependency. No mental and emotional dependency. Physically, one depends. Physically, one depends on each other. That is fine. That's how life works. But mentally, you're not dependent on anything or anyone. You're an independent person. So that insight can help us navigate through these complexities which are rising in society. Countries are legalizing it. That leads to another problem. The laws are very tight. Then that leads to another problem. This and that. So it's never a perfect situation. Never one can say this is the way. Society is unfortunately changing at a very rapid pace. Society has always been changing, but in this intensity, in this speed, never in the human history. So everybody is confronting new challenges and we are handling it. Yeah, that's the way. Any more questions? Otherwise, we'll also have some bhajan songs in between. Please stand up and Mike will come to you.
Yeah, so my question is, do our morals, such as like stealing is wrong, murder is wrong, come from God, or is it like socially conditioned within us? Yeah, that's the question right over there.
Yeah, the religions, in order to put people on a right track, have always given the moral codes. The Christianity has it, Islam has it, Hinduism also has it. The religions provide a framework, but think deeply. that murdering somebody is wrong is not a social conditioning nor a religious conditioning or because of a constitution or a legal framework. Intrinsically, one knows that it's wrong. How do I know? Because I don't want the same thing to happen to me. If somebody brings knife near you, you take a step back. So it's built into human system that you don't want to be hurt. Thus, on this insight, the person behaves the same way that you don't want to hurt, murder, kill, hurt another person in the society. Yes, now this fundamental insight is there in humanity. Society has to function. To enable a smooth, peaceful functioning of a society, you need codes of conduct. So religion used to be the ancient system through which societies were run. Today we have constitutions. But in ancient societies, the life was guided by religious principles. So religions codified these things and presented in the society to follow. That's how these fundamental human insights, based on common sense, based on one's own first point of view, were later given shape. They were thought of. They were thought of from a philosophical standpoint. They were thought about from various aspects to enable a smooth functioning of society. That's how these things came into being. Did I answer your question?
Kind of. I guess like I'm just asking this because we were like debating about this. Like my argument is that our morals do come from God, and it has instilled us, and obviously it could be like muddled throughout like trauma and other situations, people growing up. I just think that because I'm like arguing from a premise that like God created us like in like God's image. We're not just like some accidents, just like rags of flesh walking around. So that's where I'm arguing for that aspect, where I believe that because like for example, if like let's say your car got stolen, right? Your first instinct is going to be like some sort of anger or some sort of feeling of injustice, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be automatically a technical kind of like socially conditioned approach. So I guess that's just where I'm coming from. I don't know if this is like too personal, but like, do you believe that like God, like if you believe in God, like do you believe that He created us, and like if He like kind of instilled this within us? That makes sense.
Yeah, a very nice follow-up question. In fact, whatever I said, it's there inbuilt in human conscience, and in Sanatana Dharma, that conscience is God. So you said God, He created. We have a very vast conception of God, we do have a personalized conception of God, God in the form of Vishnu, Shiva, Ishvara, or why not many other things. And Hindu canvas is so accommodative, even if you want to bring in from other traditions, conceptions, we can still accommodate. But God is this higher power who is not just created and that God is somewhere sitting and the creation is here. That's not the Sanatana Vedic conception or Hindu conception of God. That there is a creator God who created human beings and put a moral code or inner conscience, and that God is sitting in heaven. That's not a Vedic conception of God. Then what is it? That God is manifesting as the entire universe, as the Jagat. So universe and God are not two separate entities. The same higher power is manifesting as everything that is. Ishavasyamidam sarvam. Sarvam khalvidam brahma. These Vedic statements give us insight to appreciate the God. What we say God is not sitting somewhere else and with a big stick rewarding and punishing people according to whoever has the moral codes in place. So that's not the conception. Yes, when you ask the question, I do believe that God is manifesting as this entire universe, and that God is available to us in the form of this moral code, which is available intrinsically to every human being. It's like you manufacture a device and put a software inside. So it's that it is inbuilt in the system, that this conscience that I don't want to hurt, that killing is wrong, stealing is wrong. Somewhere it is intrinsically built, as you rightly said, somehow because of desires, because of obsessions, those get muddled up, that gets covered up.
Really quick to clarify, I think we're on like the exact same page. And how you mentioned that God lives within us also. So wouldn't that also mean that when like we're born, we're also born with, like those morals intrinsically?
Yeah.
If I'm correct? Okay. Yeah, that's just like basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
okay.
Conscience is inbuilt. Conscience is inbuilt.
And those morals are built within that conscience.
Yeah. Those samanya dharma, what we call as samanya dharma. Some fundamental values are inbuilt. And society, as it evolves, it also evolves certain other moral code of conduct that is applicable to place and time. Place and time. That may vary country to country, culture to culture, religion to religion. Those are at the surface level, but intrinsically, these dharmas, these values, these morals are inbuilt. Yes, your thinking is right. Yeah. Who else?
This is a question out of curiosity more than anything else.
All questions are welcome.
So, since we were on the subject of substance abuse, in this Vedas, you hear this substance called soma. Soma deity, and it's supposed to be a fermented drink and all that. And also, you hear that everywhere, almost all spiritual traditions, like Native Americans use magic mushrooms, and even I don't want to be disrespectful, they say yogis use marijuana and things. On the Google it says these things.
Google says 100 things.
This is partially out of curiosity and also to answer my son's questions. He's a teenager.
Yeah, so soma lata, that is what you find it in the Vedic concept. Lata means a creeper, and I don't think marijuana is a creeper. It's a shrub or a leaf. In that sense, it's not a creeper. So, in fact, what is soma lata? What is that? Soma is not fully. We have forgotten the tradition. Somehow there has been a lapse. So, some traditions, even though they perform soma yaga, sometimes it happens in North India also, in South India also, but there is not universal acceptance of what that Somalata is. There is a small this thing, but yeah, different tribal traditions or ancient native religions might have some use of some psychedelic substances in that in their usage. So you see, if you closely observe that those cultures, those are beautifully inbuilt, and there is a way to engage with it. It's all codified. There are masters who lead you in it and all of it. It is not recreational. It is not something you buy from the counter and whatever quantity you want and they just have it. It was never that. So some of the cultures where you find these are very well thought of and in a particular context. So if there is a tradition which is alive and they're using it, we have nothing against it. My address was from the standpoint of, in the modern society, how these drugs are being consumed and people are abusing themselves out of it. In India, certain drugs are a big problem. Even school kids are into all of it. And so much of havoc is there in the society. We don't want that. Yeah, when ancient cultures have it, it's very well thought of. Well thought of. It's not just some recreational thing. So either it is medicinal or it is used in a religious prayer or etc. in a highly sophisticated way. Yeah. Here.
I just wanted to kind of piggyback on his question on Dharma. At a macro level, like you said, like Ishvara himself is the manifestation of the universe. So I feel just to have everything running in order, Dharma is that order. And at a micro level, the simplest thing that helped me was do unto others as you want the others to do unto you.
Ahimsa, that value, that attitude, what you have understanding is ahimsa.
Right. For like even a dishonest person doesn't want anyone else to be dishonest to him.
To him, yes.
So treat the others as you want them to treat to you, and an order in universe is needed, and that order is Dharma / Ishvara /
yes. Yeah, you have beautifully put it.
I just wanted to piggyback on the other question. So there's a shamanic culture in Peru. When we saw it, we didn't experience it. But there are people actually coming from all over the world to get treatment.
Unfortunately, that shaman tradition is commercialized now. So you have to now go to the right sources in Peru if you want to go. Otherwise, somebody will just have a board.
Yes, they have very exclusive places and shady places.
Yeah. Pujya Swamiji was a great musician, a composer. Swami Dayananda Saraswati ji has composed many songs. Some of them have become extremely popular. I would like to share one composition with you all. It's called Vandeham Sharada. So it's a prayer to Goddess Saraswati, who is the preceding power for knowledge. So Pujya Swamiji says in the composition, I offer my prostrations unto you, Sharada, the goddess of knowledge. And what is your nature? Your nature is that of purity. Knowledge is the greatest purifier. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pahitram iha vidyate. Bhagavad Gita says there's nothing more purifying than that of knowledge and wisdom. So Goddess Saraswati stands for it. And she is the presiding power over all knowledge, whether spiritual knowledge or the sciences world, whatever one does. That's the composition. Vandeham Sharada, Vandeham Sharadam, Visharadam, Jnanadam, Varadam, Vandeham Sharadam, Visharadam, Jnanadam, Varadam, Vandeham Sharadam, Visharadam, Jnanadam, Varadam, Vandeham Sharadam. Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim Svacha Hridaya Nivasinim. Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim Svacha Hridaya Nivasinim. Svaprakasha Rupinim Svaprakasha Rupinim. Vandeham Sharadam, Visharadam Jnanadam Varadam Vandeham Sharadam Para Apara Vidya Bhushitam Suravara Sujanam Sevitam Sulabham Sukhadam Suswara Vadya Niratam Vandeham Sharadam Visharadam Jnanadam Varadam Vandeham Sharadam Vandeham Sharadam Vandeham Sharadam. Very peaceful composition. Any more questions? Oh yeah, okay. Tomorrow. Yes.
Swamiji, clarifying question. Upanishad is aparavidya. Is that right?
Yes.
That's
No, not the way to understand is, so in knowledge, what we call as knowledge, we have two divisions. One is paravidya and aparavidya. That knowledge about Atma, that wisdom that frees you, that alone is paravidya. Everything else is aparavidya, the knowledge pertaining to understanding the world, etc. So that way, the knowledge, the wisdom of Upanishads alone are paravidya. Even the words of Upanishad, the letters, language, all of it falls under the category of aparavidya. Only that insight, only that wisdom that frees you alone is paravidya. All the words, language, all of it, everything else is paravidya. Including math, science, all of it is considered as paravidya. Goddess Saraswati is presiding power over both the knowledges, not just one. Yeah. The insight which frees you, that alone is paravidya. Everything else, the method, the methodology, the books, the alphabets, the grammar, all of it is the aparavidya. So how to understand it? The content of the box is the paravidya. The box, however great the box may be, embedded with jewels and diamonds and gold, everything, the container is aparavidya. What is contained in the container alone is paravidya. Is it clear? Alone is, yeah. That understanding, not even words, that insight, that understanding, what happens is paravidya. Yeah. Here is a question. So this is our usual method. Even when I was studying in our Gurukulam, Arshavidya Gurukulam, Coimbatore, we used to end our day with a satsang like this. It used to be a joyful time with Pujya Swamiji. A lot of questions, some bhajans, and this and that. And then our ashram is located where, in a place called Anekatti. Anekatti means a place where elephants cross. So even after satsang, sometimes there used to be an entertainment because elephant used to come into the ashram suddenly. So the unique thing about the ashram is till now not even one elephant has hurt anybody. In fact, we are in their territory. It's not that they are in our territory, it's the other way around. We are in their territory. But then these beautiful, amazingly grand creatures used to come into the ashram. Only when they were thirsty, suddenly they'll see a pipe and break it open and drink water. So seeing that, Pujya Swamiji built a pond. He initiated a pond in the forest area so that the elephants could have access to the water even in summer months. They need not wander around. And once I used to serve Pujya Swamiji. It was like late in the night, and the watchman suddenly said, the security guy said, elephant has come. So the elephant came, and there was a small room. There for some reason they had stored rice bags. So rice is stored in these large bags, like 50 kilos or 100 kilos bags. So the elephant came, and probably it was hungry, so it put its trunk, just one push, smashed the window, and took the one bag of rice out. It ate it, and then another bag took it away. Parcel. Probably it had its kid to feed, so it went. And once more I saw the elephant was going out of the Gurukulam. It closed the door and went. You all are not closing the lecture hall door, just going out. Elephants are doing that there. Yeah. Question.
Swamiji, to follow up on the earlier explanation you gave about, God manifesting as the universe, how are we to understand this personal God that, our entire Puranas and everything is soaked in, and even our own lectures go from being Brahman suddenly to Bhagavan and higher power and so on. Is that just deliberate on our part, or is there a logic behind it?
When
we are supposed to understand, how are we supposed to understand that better? When you move from saying Brahman and that I, which pervades the universe, is I in a sense, and then you suddenly also talk about higher power. I've always had some trouble with that transition.
Nice question. So this fundamental principle, Sat Chit Ananda Atma, Brahman, is the reality and manifesting, appearing as the entire Jagat. So the same higher power is appearing as me, as you, and on this divine land, on this earth, the same power has appeared as Rama, as Krishna, as various other avatars. So we worship these exalted powers which are with the same divinity is manifesting as you, me, and also in a particular situation a unique manifestation as Rama, Krishna. So we worship, we revere these figures in Hindu Sanatana Dharma. So if that Brahman is appearing as the entire universe, so it can appear, there should not be any limitation to it, isn't it so? There need not be any limitation for appearing or not appearing in a certain way. So in the Hindu tradition, we have this beautiful manifestation of all these deities that we revere, we worship. In fact, that's why this insight is so fundamental that there is no confusion at all, because the same power is manifesting as all, including the avatars. Even a commoner in the village has never studied one shloka of Bhagavad Gita, has the same attitude that the divine manifests as Rama, Krishna, and also as their field, as their plants, as their cows, as their any other thing. So they have no doubt in having this appreciation for this vision. What we do here is to put a context for that vision and inquire deeply in making sense of some insight which is also there in society regularly. Did I answer your question, or do you want further clarification?
That was good. Thank you.
Okay. So that's why, sometimes because of the colonial past of India, there's a lot of conversions into Christianity, and because of the Islamic rule, forced conversions into Islam, forced conversions into Christianity, and all of that. So what they used to do is, they used to go into these deep villages and say that now on you are believing all these years in false God, this God alone is real, may you now have the picture of Jesus Christ. So they used to give it and go away, the colonial missionaries. And then they come back to see this person in the village has an altar in their home where there is Rama, Krishna, lamps, flowers, all that is offering. He has very nicely accommodated Jesus Christ also in the whole scheme of things. So, and he is doing, among with all the puja, he is putting a flower to Jesus. So what? If you give 2 more, I'll put 2 more. Because my vision can accommodate all. Your vision cannot. Your religion cannot. But my religion is vast enough to accommodate you, whatever you bring in. So that's the beauty. But unfortunately, because of so many factors, this attitude was misused, this attitude was attacked, this attitude was challenged, this was manipulated. All those things have happened in the society. But what I am trying to bring your focus here, is to know the vastness of this vision, the accommodation of this canvas. This canvas is so huge. Anything that you paint on this divine canvas is divine. So people ask, why do we have 33 crore gods? In fact, we keep inventing new gods every few years. We keep adding also. So that's the beauty. That's the beauty of Hindu Sanatana. Why you can invent new flavors, you can't have new gods? So yeah, it's that. Yeah. We'll have a bhajan. I used to sing this bhajan. Puja Swamiji used to like it, and he used to make me sing in all the satsangs. I'll teach you all. You can repeat after me. Shankaraya 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 Mangalam. Shankaraya 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 Mangalam. You can repeat after me now that you got the tune and I remembered the lyric. Shankaraya 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 Mangalam. Shankari Manoharaya Shashvataya Mangalam. Shankaraya 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 Mangalam. Shankari Manoharaya Shashvataya Mangalam. Sundaraya Mangalam Sanatanaya Mangalam. Chinmayaya Tanmayaya Sanmayaya Mangalam. Anantaya Mangalam Chirantanaya Mangalam. Nirantaraya Mangalam Purandaraya Mangalam. Achanchalaya Mangalam Achintanaya Mangalam. Jagat Shivaya Mangalam, Namah Shivaya Mangalam. Mangalam Mangalam Ananda Mangalam. Mangalam Mangalam Ananda Mangalam. Mangalam Mangalam Dayananda Mangalam. Mangalam Mangalam Dayananda Mangalam. Dayananda Mangalam. Dayananda Mangalam. We'll have 2 minutes of Ramanama and we will end with a small contemplative practice. Why this same bhajan, Swamiji? Because everybody can sing easily. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Join me in praying for the entire world. Life is incomplete if we do not pray and for the benefit of all, if we do not extend our hands to help others, if we don't love each other and one and all. And that beautifully manifests in the Vedic prayer, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. We'll chant that. At the end, before that, we'll have a small contemplative practice through the Atma Shatkam or Nirvana Shatkam. Take a comfortable posture. Eyes are gently closed. You are auspiciousness itself. The body, mind, senses are just a cover. You are the light of consciousness, ever free, ever pure. Mano buddhya hankar cetani naham na cha shrotra jihve न चघ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशः न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहौ मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञाः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुर्व्याप्य सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्धः सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्धः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं Shivoham. You are ever free. As Atma Chaitanya, you are ever free. All problems are at the level of the body. You are free in spite of everything. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Harihi Om. Slowly and gently, you may open the eyes and move forward.